A man is going to trial for allegedly groping a woman on an international flight, and you won't believe what he is blaming his actions on. Let's have a look.
A Brooklyn man was charged with abusive sexual contact and simple assault for allegedly groping a woman next to him on a flight, and you won't believe his excuse. He's claiming it was because of his sleep apnea. The man claims he took a sleeping aid before his flight and fell asleep after drinking 2 scotches. The incident occurred later when he entered a confused state of partial awakening consistent with sleep apnea. Is this a valid excuse? And is it possible to get charges this serious dropped due to a medical condition?
Joining us now is Dr. Raj Dasgupta, pulmonary and sleep specialist. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So now you're playing a little CSI, right?
A little Law and Order, to be specific.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, whenever you hear a story of something happening in flight that involves sexual assault or groping, it's disturbing. But then to hear, wait, he's just going to blame it on he was asleep?
Right.
What could he get off with this?
So is it possible? Yes, but this is a 100% preventable thing. You know, this is something where what are we talking about? Parasomnias. And what are those? These unwanted behaviors and actions that happen as you're arousing from sleep. And what can cause these? Things like sleep apnea. When I listen to this, what can cause you to have these parasomnias? It was an example of that, things like sleepwalking. So people who have sleep apnea, if you're still having this, it means you're not getting treated correctly. Did he choose his flight correctly? Because sleep deprivation could actually cause these parasomnias. So maybe you picked the red eye. Did you hear that? He drank a little alcohol. Those can cause you to have these parasomnias. And he took a sleeping aid. Now, how many times have you seen any sleeping aid? What does it say around the bottle? Don't mix with what?
Exactly.
That's a stupidity alert right there. So I gotta tell you that he did all the things that cause you to have these parasomnias. And let's talk about his case. When you have these motions, these groping, pelvic thrusting, it's called sexomnia. It is a diagnosis.
Okay.
Many times people will do things and say, oh, it's just the sleepwalking. It's just the sexomnia. So unfortunately, this has been an excuse for some horrible things.
But people have actually attributed like rape and murder to sleep disorders. In your professional opinion, is that really possible? Can you murder somebody and...
You know what the sad thing is about, our judicial or law system is that all you got to say is there a shadow of a doubt? Is it a possibility? But you know what? I'm not going to take that side. I'm with everyone up here, which is that this is a horrible thing that happened because it could have been preventable. Don't drink that alcohol. Don't take a sleeping aid, and make sure you're treated. Let me say one more thing. I'm going to take it up a notch. If you have sleep apnea, bring your machine when you travel. Also, if you can't bring the machine, maybe use a dental device when you get there to help move the jaw forward. Or how about some positional therapy? Just prop some pillows behind. It could have been prevented.
If at the end of the day, though, someone commits a crime, are we talking about if they are able to argue in court that it was a parasomnia?
Yeah.
Maybe the charge is lessened, but they still did it. And so that's, I do have a concern if we ever get to a place where, oh, you killed someone, don't worry about it, you were sleepwalking. No big deal.
It's more of a safety issue. So when he tells whoever it is that, you know what, I did this to this female, that if you were to go to the doctor and say, he mentioned it, he reported, he's trying to get treated. Of course, treat the underlying disease, but with many things, there are medications too. And let me just say this. If you know you had this disorder, you're sitting next to this young female or male on the plane, give them a heads up.
What do you say?
You know what I mean?
Before we go,
brace yourself.
Dr. Raj, okay, how does that conversation go? I'm just curious.
It's definitely going to be awkward.
Okay, so, I'm sitting next to you. So, hey, FYI, after I finish the scotch, I'm probably going to fall asleep. Then at some point, I'm going to grope you. I'll say the one thing I've learned, Dr. Raj, when you come on the shows, we talked a lot about these parasomnias.
Exactly.
And oftentimes the parasomnia is not harmful to other people, but potentially yourself.
Of course.
And I think you've highlighted something really important. We have sleep specialists out there because we need them. If you don't, look, you may not always know you're doing these things, but someone at some point is going to tell you. You'd rather someone, one of your friends, family members, until it comes up in a court of law where a woman says, you know what, you sexually assaulted me. Because if you truly are innocent, it is preventable, and I think it's a really good takeaway. Dr. Raj, you are the man.
Thank you.